Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amir and this is Advent of Code 2022 day 11. So let's see what the puzzle is and let's code with that. Okay, in this puzzle we have been given a list of monkeys like this, and each of the monkeys has a number of items that we have at his position. So we need to figure out how can we get our stuff back. So let's see what the instruction is. They say that each monkey has several attributes, like these attributes that has been provided here. One is the starting items, which lists your worry level for each item the monkey is currently holding in the order they will be inspected. So, okay. For example, here, monkey number 3 has one item and our worry level about that item is 74. Or here, monkey 2 has 3 items at hand and our worry level for each item is like this. Okay, operation shows how your worry level changes as that monkey inspects an item. Okay, so um, if this is 74, then 74 is added to 3 and our new worry level is 77. Okay, so far so good. And the test shows how the monkey uses our worry level to decide where to throw the item. Okay, so if true, if his test is true, then he will throw the item at monkey 0, or this one will always throw to monkey 1. Okay, let's see an example here. So monkey 0 inspects an item with a worry level of 79, and then they say that multiply it by 19, so he will multiply by 19, but we will get to 1501, and then monkey gets bored. Our worry level is divided by 3 because he's bored with that item, and this gets to 500. So we need to floor this number. Then he will check if that 500 is divisible by 23. If yes, they will go with sending it to monkey 2, otherwise they will send it to monkey 3. So 500 is not divisible by 23, so the item is thrown to monkey number 3. And then they will go with the next item, and then they have no items. We will move on to monkey number 1 and monkey number 2 and so forth and so on. So after round 1, monkey 1 has these items that are being thrown at him by one of these monkeys, and so forth and so on. Okay, so there is a bunch of tests here, and at the end we need to find out which monkey has the most items. The two of them that has the most items, then multiply that number together after 20 rounds of checking the monkeys one by one. So let's get to code, but before that let me grab the data here. So this is the input, we need to save it, and I'm dividing the data by 2 new lines to remove this one, so I'm getting these values here. So let me first log to make sure that the data is correct. This is input. Yes, I'm getting the correct data. Right. Then the thing I need to do is let me say I have a bunch of monkeys as an array, and I will fill this array as I go along. So this is first is this an empty array. Then for say let's say monkey data of the input that we have, we need to fill the monkey, convert the monkey data to a readable data and push it in the monkeys. So I would just say, just for example, lines is that monkey data that is being split by new line, like this. And then the items that monkey is at hand is the lines number 1, this line, and I will split it by let's say this, right? Then I'm getting whatever is index 1, which is this value, and then split that one, of course, by this, and then map each of them to be a number. So I'm getting this and this as an array. So cool. The next one is the operation. I'm taking lines 2 and again I'm splitting it by let's say this up to here. I'm splitting it by this and I'm taking index 1 and again split that by space. So I'm getting these two values here. Then what do we have to do? Then is the test that the monkey is doing. So this is test, this is lines at index 3, and we need to split it by let's say up to here, and again get the index 1. Cool. The next one is if true. This is basically something like this, and we need one more for if false. For if true, we say lines at index 4, and we split it by this here, and then get the item on index 1. Here is if false, true at that one, and it says line 5. Then I need to say push these values as an object. So I will be pushing, let me do it in one go. I need to push these values all here, and then the only thing that is left is the number of the tests that monkey has done. So this is okay. Let me again check my, this time on monkeys. Yep, I'm getting the data correct. This is fine, this is correct. This is the test value that we are doing here. And if true, if false, then is and the tested. Okay, good. So let's see what we should do next. So now we need to do the test like for 20 times. So I from this can be 1 until this is less than or equal to 20, like this, and adding to I. Then for each monkey, so I would say for, not for, but monkeys dot for each of them, take the monkey and do a bunch of things on that monkey. So we need to check every item that that monkey has in position, like this, and they say a bunch of things. So if monkey dot op of index 0, if that index 0 uh, is the star, then the thing that I should do is I should say, okay, that item is the item times the value after that star. So either it's 19 or it's old. So either uh, we should multiply it by item or the number that is here. So we could say, okay, the number of monkey dot op1, or the item itself, or if you cannot convert that value to number, so if it's old, then this is false and it will be added to item, it will be multiplied by item, otherwise we multiply by this value that is provided here, so like for example 19. Okay, otherwise this is the same, so else item is item added to, and we don't need to check because this is always a number when we are adding, like this. Cool. Then at the end I need to say item is the math.floor of the item divided by 3. So this is this line. When this is done, we divide by 3. Okay, so item is math.floor of item divided by 3. This is done. Then we need to check if that is divisible by, if that item is divisible by the value that the test wants to do. So I'm doing this line. So if this is divisible by that value, then we need to throw that item to the monkey that is provided in the if true, like this, and to that items, and we like push the item to that monkey. So we're getting the monkey, and the monkeys go to the monkey that if true is telling, and on the items push this item. So this is this, and of course we need something, the same thing for else. So else true is that the thing that the if false is telling us to do. Okay, this is done. The only thing is that we need to say for each monkey the number of the items it has tested is every time it equals to the items that it has still at hand. So this, and we need to empty the list of the items that that monkey has. Monkey.items is this, right? Okay, the only thing is that I need to write this function. So I'm just saying that is divisible is it takes an item and the test, and it would just say that if item divided by test and the reminder is 0. Okay. Yes, so let's run it again. I am getting these items 101, 95, 7 and 105, which is the correct. Then I need to multiply the biggest ones together. So I would say like the best ones is the get the monkeys, and then on each monkey just give me the tested, the things that that monkey has tested, and then sort them by checking that if A is greater than B, then say 1 or minus 1. Sorry, minus 1 or 1. Like this, and if I am checking the best, I would get these, and I need to multiply these together. So then do best at index 0 multiplied by best at index 1, right, 1065, which is the correct number here. So let's get the puzzle input like this, and do this, run it again. We get 62491. I believe this is the correct number, and voila. So let's go to part 2 then. Okay, on part 2, you're worried that you might not ever get back your items, so worried that you're relieved that a monkey's inspection didn't damage an item is no longer caused your level to be divided by 3. Okay, so we shouldn't divide by 3, so this and this, this line, we shouldn't do this. Unfortunately, that relief was all that was keeping your worry level from reaching ridiculous levels. Yes, because this would go up and up and up if we don't divide it by 3. Right? So we need to find another way to keep our worry level manageable. At this rate, you might be putting up with these things for a very long time like this. So this is to be done like 10,000 times, and I believe this will give us a huge number. Yeah, this is too much. We need to figure something to make this number smaller. With these new rules, you can still figure out the monkey business after 10,000 rounds using the same example above. Okay. So the thing is, the value on the items is getting very big. So we need to do to have like a max stress level, and then divide as we go along. So the thing that I should do is that have a max stress level which is 1 in the beginning, and for each monkey that stress level goes up. Is being multiplied by the test that the monkey is doing. So this max stress is going up, and then as we go along, instead of doing this, we need to say item is item, and then do this so that this is our max stress level, and the item is shouldn't go above this max stress level that we have, and the max stress is being provided by multiplying all these values together. So our max stress shouldn't go more than this value. Okay, I think this is about it for this part. 17 something. Yeah, yes, this is done. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow then.